Hi, I'm Steve Jaros. I'm the creative director at Volition.
What are you showing here at PAX East?
Well, we're here to show Saints Row 4.
Now, can you talk about some of the influence that inspired this game?
Well, Saints Row the Third was a crazy over-the-top game, and when we finished the title, we knew we still had to go and kind of figure out how can we go on top of ourselves, what can we do more? And that's when we realized, well, in the first game, you're a gang member. In the second game, you're a gang leader. The third game, you are a pop icon. What's next? President of the United States. So, and then from there, we're talking about some of the more other elements we'd like to go and incorporate in the game. We get superpowers. If you have superpowers, what can go and fight someone with superpowers? Or we should have aliens. How can we go and incorporate these things together? And we start spitballing ideas, and then you get this beautiful fever dream of awesome.
That's a pretty big jump, going from factions of gangs to now aliens, and also now superpowers. What brought on that change?
Well, you know, at Volition we kind of have two mantras that we apply to Saints Row. One is fun trumps all, and two is embrace the crazy. So we realized when we were doing some prototypes that superpowers were just a lot of fun in an open world. They were really, really fun, compelling gameplay. And so at that point, it just became a matter of, we know we like the gameplay, we know we like this. How can we go and justify this in our story? What can we go and do to make this sort of this fit into the world that we're trying to go and have it take place in? So that's what kind of drove us to go and lead us to aliens and superpowers and all that fun stuff.
So this protagonist is the same person that was carried over from 1, 2, and 3?
Absolutely, it's the exact same character. He's been on a crazy journey.
Now, what about the customizations that was introduced in 3? Would that carry over to 4 as well?
You'll absolutely be able to import your character from Saints Row 3 into Saints Row 4. We're actually trying to even see if we can go and do a thing where we can take your Saints Row 4 character and then take it back to Saints Row 3, but we're not sure if we can make that work. But yes, you'll definitely be able to go and bring in your Saints Row 3 character to Saints Row 4.
How does this fit into the Saints Row timeline? Because now the person's the president. Would it ever cover how he got to be the president?
Absolutely. So the game takes place a few years after Saints Row the Third, and the opening of the game, you kind of see what the player did to allow him to become the leader of the free world. So you definitely get to go and see that transition. You get to kind of go and meet the president's cabinet where all of his old homies, you know, Kinsey is like the press secretary, Pierce is the communications director. You can kind of go and see how those sorts of interactivity comes about.
Is there anything else new you can talk to us about the gameplay experience?
Superpowers are definitely one of the things we're really excited to be showcasing. It totally changes the dynamic of the open world game. Like as you're moving around through the space, rather than growing the city out horizontally, we want to go and build it up vertically and fill it with a bunch of density. So now, as you leap from building to building, you can go and encounter enemies on rooftops. You have there's new collectibles for you to go and find, and just the amount of gameplay that you now have is more than we've ever had in any Saints Row title ever. And also in interacting with the villains, the Zin, they have a huge amount of variety of enemies that they throw at you to try to go and combat you as you integrate your superpowers with your conventional weapons to go and try to take out this larger alien menace.
What role has fan feedback played in this game?
You know, we really pay attention to our fans. It's really important to us. You know, without fans, we wouldn't still be making Saints Row 4 if people didn't love our product, right? So we definitely try to go and pay attention to what they say. I know that there are some people, some fans who were concerned about the over-the-top nature that the brand has kind of gone down. And you know, a lot of people really, really love it. We really love it, and we think it's what's right for the game. However, we also know there's some people who miss that nostalgia. They miss some of those characters and some of those experiences that they had in Saints Row 1 and 2, you know? And so moving forward, what we really are excited to talk about now is we're bringing back some of those old characters and some of those old situations and kind of paying homage to them in our new game. So you can kind of have this nice kind of flashbacks to some things that happened previously, as well as moving forward with our new kind of crazier style. So it's a really nice marriage between the two.
Now, has technology played a role in this game? Like, for example, what consoles will be releasing this on PlayStation 4, perhaps?
Not next-gen consoles for this at this time. Right now we're doing 360, PS3, and PC simultaneously.
What are you most excited about with gamers getting their hands on with this game?
You know, the thing that I can't wait is that it's one of those things where you can look at the game and I can go and say, oh, you experience the open world differently. When you hold that controller in your hand and you're sprinting down the street, then you leap over a building and you're bouncing from building to building, and out of the corner of your eye you notice that like one collectible, that group of bad guys hiding up on a skyscraper, then you change your path to go over there. It's so satisfying, and like the controls are so intuitive and so fluid that you're doing all these complicated things and it feels very natural. So like it feels just so good in your hands, and I just can't wait for people to get a hands-on with it, because they'll get it.
What is the multiplayer experience like?
2-player co-op. You can drop in, drop out co-op throughout the entire campaign, just like you could in Saints Row 2 and 3. We kind of brought back an old mode from Saints Row 2 called Death Tag, only kind of super powered it up. You can go and randomly assign a power to a friend, and then you both go out and try to kill each other mercilessly. It's a lot of fun.
And when will this game be released?
August 20th.